Welcome to Emotional Intelligence with Chi. So today we are going to discuss something that is heart-touching and yes, heartwarming as well. So in March 2020, the whole country, Nigeria, was caught by surprise, and not just us, a lot of other countries around the world because of the pandemic. A lot of things had to shut down, a lot of schools had to be closed. So many activities that we were used to had to be suspended for the good of general health. Now, not only did that shut down our schools and some religious organizations, it also affected human interactions. We couldn't hug anymore, we couldn't embrace ourselves in tight hugs, we couldn't even shake. We now had to, human beings are social beings. And apart from that social removal or social disintegration that happened, a lot of other things also skyrocketed in families and with people because of the pandemic. Remember, we had to go on lockdown for several months, and within those months some people could not do their business. That means their major sources of income were kind of tied down, and people started running around to look for other streams of income. Why am I saying all this? It's a story that we all lived through. It's something we all experienced, and it shook us all. People were affected. Some persons died because they couldn't get a quick medical attention for fear of the pandemic. It scattered some families. Some people are still trying to recover from the loss that they encountered during the pandemic. Today, I'd like to talk about kindness. The world has been through a lot. Everybody you see on the road has had one major challenge or the other. People have a lot of things troubling them. If you were to ask them to sit down and tell you what was wrong, you would hear a very long story. Long stories, in fact, for some people. So why is it important for us to live our lives each day with a sense of kindness towards ourselves and towards others? Because we are all out to make the world a better place. And I'm telling you right now that one of the ways you can do that is to show some kindness. Yes, kindness is a light. It shines into darkness. Kindness is soul uplifting. Yes, it motivates. It nourishes. Kindness can be life-giving to some people. So what are some ways that emotionally intelligent people can show kindness during their day-to-day activities? Number one is to listen to people. Maybe you're always in a haste to talk, always in a haste to reply, always in a haste to answer back. One way you can show kindness this week is to really listen to people. You don't have to agree with them, you don't have to concede or give in to their own input, but you can listen. It alleviates stress, it calms people down. It's kindness. Number two is make things easier for people. Yes, maybe you used to throw sarcastic jokes around, maybe you used to put people under unnecessary stress. You just decide, I'm going to stress this person. It may not be the right thing to do right now. If you are aiming for kindness, that is, make things easier for people. Make it easier for people to understand things. Maybe you're rendering services. Don't make people stress. Try your best to make things easier for people. How do I say this? You're in a keke maybe, and someone is supposed to enter, and there's a hot sun, and the person is maybe quite elderly, cannot sit in the front. Please sit in the front. Make life easier for people. Remember, these are not rules, they are just suggestions. Number three, don't embarrass people. Don't. There's so many ways we can explain this, but I'll leave you to think about it. Number four, defend people in their absence. Maybe before now we're used to trashing people, talking people down because they are not there. So you say, do you know what this person did to me? Let me bring out my own. No, this may not be the best thing to do right now. If you are aiming to show kindness, of course, defend people in their absence. Allow people to save face. Don't call people out in public. Don't embarrass people. Don't beat people down. Don't intimidate people. Allow their voices to be heard. Give someone a chance to raise his or her head high in the world. It's one of the ways we reassure people, validate emotions, and help people feel better. Maybe people were going through stress, but when they meet you, there should be some sort of comfort, so to say, to their situation. That is how kind people behave. And the last thing I want to say is for us not to forget the courtesy words. Sorry, I'm sorry, please, thank you, excuse me. All of those courtesy words. Avoid stress. Yes. Instead of fighting, say, didn't you see me? Didn't you? Hey, I'm sorry, please excuse me. All of those things calm people down. You may not really need to give someone money. You may not really need to donate a building. You may not really be able to pay tuition for people, but you could make their life easy. You could show some kindness. Now, this is not an exhaustive one, so I'm expecting you to drop your own acts of random kindness in the comment box. It'll be the ones you've done before, the ones you've experienced, and it really touched your heart. What does kindness mean to you? So yes, so kindness is uncomfortable, and it could be very emotionally strenuous because it has to do with you looking above yourself and looking out for someone else. But then keep at it. We might make mistakes at this sometimes, might be girl selfish, but it doesn't mean that you don't have a heart of kindness. You can always get back and do the right thing. So I'd like to encourage you this week to look out for ways you can show acts of random kindness to people around you. The aim is to make life easier for other people, and then I bet you'll find happiness as you go on. Thank you very much for following this week. I expect to see those comments, and then I expect that you like this video if you like what we have been teaching, and share with your friends. And yes, do well to have an emotionally intelligent week.